sifuna urhulumente mhlawumbi athathe ixanduva malunga nokwakhiwa kwezikolo, kuba uyafumaniseka ukuba kwi-document inorms standards group urhulumente akunako ukungathatha uxanduva kokwakhiwa kwezikolo. Angakwazi ukuthi xa izikolo zingenambane athe elo xanduva lam ukwakha umbane.
If the minister is correct, what it means is that she also cannot be compelled to provide textbooks, because other people write the textbooks, other people print them, other people distribute them, and she can't bind anybody who's not before the court.
Is you can consult these other organs of state until we all turn blue in the face, but they can't commit themselves to what there is not, my lady, and that unfortunately is a practical fact of life.
The third matter not addressed, not answered or answered effectively, is our submission that Rule 45A does not provide a time frame, doesn't stipulate a time frame during which the infrastructure must be provided. And that's because it says it will be provided at some unspecified time when some unspecified people have done some unspecified work.
Esikoleni sam isikolo sam silungiswe sifane nezinye izikolo kuba kwamaxesha uba kubanda ifestire asinazo iirufu ziqhobhokile akho mbane eklasini yethu xa kumnyama usibekele kuba mnyama eklasini. Isikolo sethu kwiiklasi ezingasebenziyo, ezinye iiklasi ziqhobhokile apha ngaphantsi sifungayazi noba kodwa kunyoka kanye uba kwenzeka ntoni.
Iirufu zethu sithi sihleli ingekho kusihleliwe apha eklasini azinayo nemali futhi ngaphezulu. Esikangele imnyama uba mnyama xa kunethayo kuyanyanzeleka abanye mabasiye kufunda because amanzi ayangena apha eklasini, amanzi seyencwadi.
Nna ke nna James Koma ke tswelela ke le kwa Limpopo. Nna ke nna papa wa Michael ola a wetseng ka mo toilet. Ke tlile mo ke tlile support-a equal education. Re kgopela re enje a sepele mo dikolong tša rena a eta lebelela gore na ke ka kae ka mo a ka kgona go thuša, ke ka kae ka mo a ka se kgone go thuša ka ona, gore bana ba rena ba tle ba be safe. Bana ba rena ba botlhokwa. Be ke kgopela gore enje a kgona a tla lebelele ka mola molentši gore na o diregang le ka mola mašašane. A one library le ka ba e le gore ka kgona go thuša setšhaba tsela sa ka thoko tšela a e gona. Bana ba rena gore ba tlo feleletša ba tshwana le rena ba se ba rutea.
The minister definitely needs to be held accountable. One of the arguments that Equal Education had put forward, and which Advocate Jeff Badnada made quite powerfully in oral argument, was that the minister can't say that the obligation she has is limited to her particular capacity as the Minister of Basic Education. That really, when she promulgated the norms and standards for school infrastructure, that was the obligations that government had as a whole. That she was required to engage with the relevant departments when making the commitments that she did in those regulations, and so it's not an understandable justification. It's not a constitutionally sound justification to suggest that the minister doesn't need to comply with the obligations because there are other people who also need to be involved.
Our involvement in this case is that Section 27 is representing Basic Education for All, which is a movement of parents, learners, educators, and principals in Limpopo. So what we wanted to do was make legal submissions and factual submissions in order to come out on the side of equal education and support the case for norms and standards. What we just heard right now was the counsel for the department saying that while education, the right to education is immediately realizable, the components thereof are not.
The minister must have misunderstood what the right to basic education means when she finalized these regulations, because the regulations allow for schools to actually possibly never be provided with some of the basic infrastructure that they need. And it takes an approach that the DBE is responsible for one thing and another entity is responsible for another thing, and you can't ask the DBE, who's responsible for infrastructure, school infrastructure law, to create a law that makes sure the state as a whole will provide all the elements of a basic education to children.